The Bible clearly teaches and prophesies that there's coming a one world government. So the Bible prophesies that there's coming a world government. This was shown to King Nebuchadnezzar. Well, Daniel was a captive while he was being held in Babylon. God gave King Nebuchadnezzar a dream. He couldn't understand it. He didn't know what it meant. So he called in his magicians, his astrologers, his soothsayers, you name it. He said, tell me what I dreamed, but not just what I dreamed, but also the interpretation of it. It's like, you tell us what you dreamed and we'll tell you what it means. Like, no. If you don't tell me what I dreamed, but not just what I dreamed, but also the interpretation of it, I'm going to have you guys put to death. So they couldn't do it. So they found out that there was a Jewish lad that was devoted to his God, Yahweh. It was Daniel. Daniel was 15 years old at the time. Okay? He went before the king. He asked for time to pray. So God gave him time to pray. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The King Nebuchadnezzar, gave him time to pray. So he went before God and he prayed. Then he came back before the king. He said, God revealed to me what you dreamt, what your dream was. He said, you saw this great image. Its appearance was awesome. You saw a head of gold. You saw two chest sides of arms, belly and thighs of brass, and long length of iron on the legs. And at the end of the legs there were 10 feet on the feet of the image, 10 toes. Now I will explain to you what your dream was. The head of gold is you, King Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon. The two chest sides of arms were the Medes and the Persians. The belly and thighs of brass was Greece. The long length of iron was Rome. And the 10 toes is the final world government. So God outlined to that time in history of how many world governments there will be. But he didn't mention the other two, because it's Egypt and Assyria, because King Nebuchadnezzar already conquered them. They are already passé. There was no reason for him to mention them. That's why he only mentioned the 4. Because if you go to Revelation chapter 17, verse 12, it says, there are 7 kings. 5 have fallen, 1 is, and 1 is yet to come. Now these are the 5 that have fallen. Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Medo-Persia, and Greece. Now the one that was, when John wrote the book of Revelation, was Rome. And then the one that is yet to come is the revived Roman Empire. But Rome lost its power in 476 AD. But this is the amazing thing. Did you know that the Roman Empire did not get conquered? The other ones got conquered. You can study secular history and see that these prophecies were literally fulfilled right to the smallest detailed letter. Babylon was taken over by the Medes and the Persians. The Medes and the Persians were taken over by Alexander the Great. And Rome overtook Greece. Rome conquered the main world, the whole entire world. The whole world was under Roman law. But I want to start from here. I'll start from verse 39. But after you shall arise another kingdom inferior to yours, which is the Medes and the Persians. Then another, a third kingdom of bronze. Isn't that amazing? Bronze. It explains everything. Because Alexander the Great had the bronze plates, he had everything, and yet he's explaining it right to the letter. Bronze, which shall rule over all the earth. And the 4th kingdom shall be as strong as iron. No doubt this is speaking of the Roman Empire. As much as iron breaks in pieces and shatters everything, and like iron that crushes, that kingdom will break in pieces and crush all the others. So it says, that kingdom will break in pieces and crush all the others. So the revived Roman Empire is going to be so powerful that it's gonna crush all the other ones, but yet it's just gonna break up and just fall apart. And that's exactly what happened. The decline and fall of the Roman Empire. Now if we go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 23, because you see, it was not conquered, so it's going to be revived. And this is the amazing thing. No fifth empire has ever replaced the Roman Empire. There has been no empire ever since. When I'm talking about empire, yes, there's been a British Empire, there's been this, there's been that. But I'm talking about a global domination world empire as a world government. As I said, no other fifth one has ever replaced the Roman Empire that ruled the whole entire world, exactly as the Bible stated. If you go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 23, this is what it says. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be a fourth kingdom on the earth. It's a fourth, it's revived itself. The fourth beast shall be a fourth kingdom on earth, which shall be different from all other kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth. The whole earth. That's total control over the whole entire population of the world. And shall devour the whole earth, trample it, and break it in pieces. The 10 horns are 10 kings, who shall arise from this kingdom, and another shall arise after them. He shall be different from the first one, and shall stumble 3 kings. Now I want to get into this. The Bible is clear. That there's coming a one world government. And we can already see it already here. It's just not running yet. They already have something ready to be approved to give them total control. This is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to stick here. It says another one comes up because there's going to be 10 kings. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Where is it? Verse 24. Yeah. The 10 horns are 10 kings who shall arise from this kingdom. And then what's going to happen after that? And another shall arise after them. He shall be different from the first ones. This is speaking of the Antichrist. So before the Antichrist can come into power, there has to be 10 kings over the European Union. Because at the Treaty of Rome, back in 1957, they confirmed that the European Union is the revived Roman Empire. And the Club of Rome, this was back in 1970s, they already have it planned out, ladies and gentlemen. They have divided the world up into 10 sections. They have regionalized the world into 10 power blocks, a 10 oasis region. They said the reason that we have to divide the world up is for us to have economic power, so that we can protect the world from having any financial or economic collapse happening in the future. They have this already planned out, ladies and gentlemen. To divide the world. They already divided the world up, and that's the purpose for it. It gives them economic power. But these 10 kings are going to be very powerful. So the 10 kings have to come over the European Union, and then afterwards, the Antichrist is going to come over the European Union, where he's going to become so powerful that he's going to become the world dictator. Now I want to read this to you. This is the club. Oh, and by the way, the Treaty of Rome, they were calling Rome to become the new capital of the new Europe. And it'll be headquartered in Europe. World domination, world government. And by the way, Europe's calling for they're calling for to control the finances of America and Canada. They want to control Canada and the United States finances. With time, they're going to rule the whole world. As it says, he shall devour the whole world, trample it, and break it in pieces. But I want to read this to you right here, where they already have divided the world up into 10 sections, 10 regimes. They've divided the world up. So I'm going to start off right here. I'm going to name you the 10 that they have divided the world up. Okay. America, Canada, and Mexico. South America, Australia, and New Zealand. Western Europe, Eastern Europe, Japan, South Asia, Central Asia, North Africa, and the Middle East, and the remainder of Africa. They already done this. So I just wanted to show you guys these are all the signs pointing directly to the coming of the Antichrist. He's going to be so powerful, and this has never ever happened ever before. Like the Roman Empire of biblical times never had 10 kings over it. This is what's going to happen. This revived Roman Empire is going to be even more powerful than the Roman Empire of biblical times. It's going to have total control over absolutely everything, over the people, you name it. And if you go to Revelation chapter 13, because right now they're actually openly they're calling for dictatorship. Put it that way. They're saying we're living in a leaderless world, and we need a single leader that can come and it will just be better if we have elect one person that will rule over everything. Yeah, that's exactly what the Bible said would happen. Because there was this guy saying, we have to move as quickly and as fast as possible towards a one world government and a one world religion under a single leader. Exactly as Revelation chapter 13 states. That's what I want to read right here. Revelation chapter 13 verse 7. Right here. Yeah. And authority was given him over every tribe, tongue, and nation. And authority was given him over every tribe, tongue, and nation. That's the whole entire world. Then if you go to verse 8, all who dwell on the earth will worship him, which is speaking about a one world religion. It's all there. It's all in the word of the living God. And then he's going to create, what's it called? They're going to implant a marking system where everybody's going to have to plead their allegiance to this new world leader. Where it says in verse 16, he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for his number of a man, and his number is 666. This is all going to happen. So I just want people to know that it's not a joke. God means exactly what he says. He's not joking around. And this is what's coming down the line right now, is because they have been building and creating a one world government, and they're so close that they're ready to get it up and running. That's why they started with the European Union. They united all the European countries, because that's what they had to do before they get the New World Order. Now they have an African Union, they have an Asian Union, and what's underway right now is what they want is a North American Union, which Canada, US, and Mexico emerge into one super country. But that's not their end game. Their end game is a world government. That's why they're uniting all the countries step by step. So that's what they're doing. And by the way, they're not ashamed of it anymore. So we need a world government to protect us. If we don't have a world government, the world's going to self-destruct. And they're actually going right in the open. They're making it all sound good. That's what people need to realize. They always make it sound right. Because next year we're going to have black boxes in our cars, where they're going to be able to track our every move. Okay? They're going to be able to track our every move in our cars, because they're going to be putting black boxes in the cars where they can track you by satellite communication from the sky. They'll be connected to a database and everything that's in the car. And they say, oh, this is a good thing, because if somebody steals your car, we'll be able to identify exactly where your car is right away. And if you want to check up on your daughter or your son or whatever, you can actually go online and you can check how fast they're going, or where are they, and everything. And if a car accident happens, you can tell what was going on in the car at the time, how fast the engine was running, you name it. They're all trying to make it sound good, but it's not. It's about their control grid. That's why what they're doing right now is they're bringing in a cashless society, because they want everybody to have a smart card, and then the next step will be the mark of the beast. Because with a smart card, it's going to be linked in with your biometrics. Because for these people to have total control over the whole entire world, you need a total surveillance society. And you cannot have a surveillance society in a free society. So they need our biometrics. And that's what they're going to do with time. And that's just a stepping stone towards the mark of the beast. So for my brothers and sisters in Christ, be ready to meet the Lord, because the rapture of the church is the next event to take place on God's prophetic calendar. So be ready to meet the Lord, because Jesus is about to break through the clouds and call us home. And this is all I got to say, and God bless you all.